Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Neptorka here, back for another Fire Emblem Heroes reaction. Looks like we got some double mythic heroes here. Um, well, let's just go ahead and jump in and see what we've got here. Okay,
I was born from a flaw in time.
little Sather,
Without it, I
red
would not
Cav.
be. Where is my future?
Oh boy. Ooh. Yeah, let's just give every new skill and ability out there.
Death into life into.
Gosh, who has that ability? Where it like shoots up in the sky and comes down. Is that just Sather? Just hers doesn't look as weird as that one, I guess you could say. And then Gulaveg.
I find myself yet again in a future I
Colorless
could not
Cavalry.
see.
Okay.
A new future then.
Oh. Is that poison? Like a poison strike type thing? Interesting. Hey, that looks pretty cool.
State your wishes.
Okay.
This was inevitable.
I gotta say, I will say that I think Brave Gulaveg very quickly fell out. That's how I feel about it. It just very quickly fell out. I never see it anywhere, and there's a lot of times in which it's not able to kill something unless it's able to do double. Kind of surprised that it's that bad, but I knew it wasn't, top of the line unit. Real quick, let's take a look at this, and that way we'll know real quick which ones are worth summoning for. So Nefuz, I can't even pronounce her name right. Legendary Sheeta. And who's the other blue? Oh, Aether. So blue's kind of okay. Not necessarily the greatest. Let's see. Green is going to be Legendary Robin, Hather, and Sather. That color is better than blue. Red will be the new unit. Kvasir, Legendary Yuri, and Fallen by It. That's pretty good. And then colorless is Legendary Guinevere, Fomortis, and the new Gulaveg. So I'm not gonna lie, there's not really a standout one. I would almost Hather is so good and Legendary Robin is so good. I would say all three of those colors are near equal to each other, and then blue is below. But that's me thinking that, these two new units are just, kind of mid to high tier. I mean, if they blow, it out of the water for their defensive types, then that'll completely change. So let's go ahead and head back and start looking at their kits
I
here.
would not be. Where is my future?
Let's see her monstrous kit here. So we have Incipit Kvasir. Accelerate special trigger. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants attack speed, defense res plus 5 to unit, and inflicts penalty on foes. Speed and res equal 15% of unit speed. At start of combat, neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks, and effects that prevent units' follow-up attacks. Grants special cooldown charge plus 1 to unit per attack. And also, if it is unit's first combat initiated by unit, or first combat initiated by foe, that turn reduces damage from foe's first attack by 70% during combat. If unit's HP is greater than 25% at the start of combat, after combat if unit attack inflicts panic on target and foes within 2 spaces of target. There's a lot of wording there. I don't know if I'm super impressed by it, but I mean, it's a solid weapon. So let's take a look at Light as Time. Boosts damage by 60% of foes' attack when special triggers. Okay, so very good tank busting. Neutralize effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit during combat. That's good. This doesn't have to be like when it's charged. It can be whenever, right? Okay, yeah. If unit initiates combat, units special trigger and unit survives, grants one of the 2 following effects after combat. If there is only one ally with the highest HP among allies within 2 spaces of unit who have already acted, grants another action to that ally. And also, if that ally or pair up cohort's range equal to, restricts movement to 1 space on that ally. Or if pair up cohort or that pair up cohort through their next action run. Otherwise, it grants times gate to unit. Times gate, allies within 4 spaces of unit can move to a space adjacent to unit. To be honest, there's a whole lot going on with this weapon and this special that's just going to amount to nothing if you're able to tank pretty well. That's kind of how I feel. There's just a lot of conditions and whatnot, and it's going to be kind of frustrating to set up considering this is, a dark mythic, so it's, intended to be used in, as an AI. And foes, depending on, who's attacking, they can shift around your HP pretty easily. So I don't know if I like this very much, to be honest. Let's see what else is part of the kit. So attack speed catch, low speed res 4. Okay. And then incite attack speed. At start of turn, if number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 2, grants attack speed and incited to unit for 1 turn. If number of allies adjacent to unit is less than or equal to 1, grants attack speed plus 3 to unit during combat. Incited. If unit initiates combat, grants bonus to unit's attack speed defense res equal to the number of spaces from start to position. Okay. So, I mean, she's intended to be like a somewhat of a revival of Cav lines. I don't really like this unit. I just don't think she's going to be as useful as I think people are looking for her to be honest. I think she's going to struggle right from the beginning. So, I'd say we're 0 for 1. Let's see how number 2 works. I gotta say I like the art on her better. I mean, we've kind of known Gulaveg's art for a long time. But, I just hate the snakes. I'm not a big fan of snakes. Alright. Let's see. Quietus Gulaveg. I'm sure that's pronounced differently. Accelerate special trigger. If unit initiates combat or foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% at start of combat, grants Spectrum 5 to unit, grants bonus to unit's attack and speed equal to 50% of unit speed at the start of combat. I like this better than the effect that that Kvasir had, because I just don't think that the debuff that she gets in that is going to be as effective. Neutralize effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevent units follow-up attacks during combat. Unit initiates combat, reduce damages from foes first attack by 70% during combat, and restores 7 HP to unit after combat. If unit initiates combat, grants another action unit after combat, and restricts movement to one space to unit and pair up core. Okay. I like this weapon better. I just think it's more cohesive than the other weapon, Kvasir's weapon. So time is light, boosts damage by 45% of unit speed when special triggers, neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit during combat. If unit initiates combat after combat, if the unit's special trigger and unit survive, grants another action to unit. Grants another action to... Whoa. After combat, if unit special trigger and unit survive, grants another action to unit and restricts movement to one space on unit. So she can triple attack. Am I wrong with that? Like, if she can triple attack, that's fantastic. Flared Sparrow, Defense Res Smoke, and then Occultist Strike. If unit initiates combat, deals 7 damage to foe as combat begins. Inflicts speed and res -4 on foe during combat and deals damage equal to 20% of foe's res. That's pretty awesome. This I think is a lot better. Let me see if she's able to attack 3 times. So she initiated and attacked this one, okay. There's one.
State your wishes.
She comes in, she attacks again.
This was inevitable.
And then she attacks again. You know what sucks is that it's... Why is she a defensive mythic? That really kind of stinks. Okay, so with what we get here, if their value was higher, I would have said red. If their value was equal and high, I would have said red was the best. Now I'm kind of thinking that they're all just kind of even, to be honest. I would even go as far to say that colorless is probably top because I think Gulavig is a good unit, just not necessarily in Aether Raids. I would take green next, in my opinion. And then red. I don't think Kvasir is a very good unit. And Gulavig, I think, is a good unit. But she's on defense, which makes no sense to me. She needs to be an offensive unit. So, I don't know how I feel about this double banner. You know, maybe you want to wait for what we get in December for our new Mythic hero. Though I doubt that one will be a defensive hero. But in my opinion, I don't think these are going to rank very high in terms of mythic heroes. In terms of defensive heroes. I just don't. I think Gulavig is going to turn out amazing. I don't even play summoner duels, and I can tell you that Gulavig is going to turn out amazing in summoner duels. Just because of the action economy that she has. So I think that'll turn out really well, but the rest, not so much. So we'll see how it goes. I hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. And, well, I'll see you guys next month for some Christmas banners and our new heroes for the next chapter. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. You know, and I could be wrong about Kvasir. I don't think I was necessarily right about Nino in the last one. She's not as performing as well as I hoped she would. So, you know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's kind of my first take. So you guys, hope you enjoyed this reaction, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Nep Torka out. See you guys.